Hey guys, my name is Vanessa and today I'm gonna be making 30 freezer meals. So I actually found this blog online and she has everything broken out. I think her title was 30 freezer meals from Costco for like $300 or something like that, but I'll have it linked down below. I just really wanted to make the freezer meal. So I did get a portion of the groceries from Costco, but they didn't have everything that I needed. So I got another few things from like a random grocery store. I think it was H-E-B or Walmart. And then I also got some stuff from Sam's. So I'm going to take you down to my counter and we are going to whip these out. It took me obviously like a lot of stops and stuff like that with a house full and pets plus kids to take care of. It took me a total of 4 hours. I did 3 hours in one day and then the next day I finished out. It was probably a little under an hour, but the next day I finished out the last 6 freezer meals. So like I said, let me take you down to my counter and we are going to whip these up. And they are all Crockpot friendly, which is perfect for the summer because you're not getting that heat from your oven in your home.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on my fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just want to go my own way, gonna let the past burn down, cause honestly don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you. I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. Shouldn't be so complicated. If I listen to my heart, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
Here's everything that I need for the first recipe. I am making each recipe 3 times. So this one is red pepper chicken. I will have this blog because she really breaks it down for you. I am changing up just a few things, but that's the great thing about recipes. You can really turn them into something that you know that you will enjoy. So again, I'll have her blog linked down below because she gives you the grocery list, each recipe. She also gives you free printables like label tags. I just used a permanent marker on my bags, but she's got it all done for you. So for this red pepper chicken, I need some olive oil, salt and pepper, red pepper flakes, garlic powder. I did buy some more if I need some for this recipe. I've got 6 red bell peppers, 2 are going into each bag, 3 onions, 1 onion is going into each bag. And then for the chicken, I picked up packages from Costco, and these are just the boneless and skinless chicken breasts. There's 2 to 3 depending on the size in each package, and each one of my bags or each freezer meal that I'm making needs 1 package. Also, you guys already saw I got all my bags labeled. That makes it easier. A lot of people like to, when they're doing freezer meals, they suggest prepping everything at once. I've tried that and it just gets a little overwhelming. I like to work with 1 recipe at a time, and that's why I like to double or triple when I'm doing it, because like I said, it just works better for me. So figure out what works better for you. If you want to get all of your produce chopped for the entire 30 meals, or 15 if you're just going to do like 2 of each or 1 of each, the 10, whatever you want to do, get your produce chopped, you do it that way. But like I said, I like to do 1 recipe at a time. So that's how I'm going to share it with you guys. And then these little bag holders, I absolutely love. I actually bought the 3-pack. If you are like a freezer meal lover and you do more at a time, they have a 6-pack, a 9-pack, that kind of thing. But I have them linked in my Amazon store. So here's all my stuff. Let me go ahead and get my bell peppers and onion chopped, and then we will get everything into our baggies, and the first freezer meal will be ready.
I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into your eyes and tell you that I want you. You know you make me feel so alive. Can't stop thinking about you day and night. Love it when you kiss me, love it when we touch. Every time I'm down here, you make me smile. You're the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are the solution. Everything I needed. Never thought I'd meet someone like you. You know you are the reason why I feel like I can fly. Thinking about you day and night. I love it when you kiss me, love it when we touch. Every time I'm down here, you make me smile. You're the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are.
All right, so red pepper chicken is prepped and ready for the freezer. I do like to write the instructions on it, especially if it's new to me, or if I am handing some of these out, which I'm hoping to just keep 1 of each recipe and donate, I guess is the term, or a gift 2 of each recipe to a neighboring family. So this one you just thaw overnight. Well, all of them, I put mine in the refrigerator overnight. You could also just put them in a bowl of water the day of if you have time in the morning. All of these are Crockpot meals. So this one is Crockpot on low for 4 to 6 hours. Then you're gonna take out the chicken, shred it, mix it back in with the peppers and onions, and serve on tortillas or over nachos, just whatever you want. But that is what I wrote onto each of my bags. Next up is honey sesame chicken. Got my bags ready. Here's all the ingredients. So I've got 3 packages of the chicken breast with about 2 in each. 3 onions that I'm going to dice up, olive oil, pepper, honey, ketchup, soy sauce, garlic powder, and I almost forgot the crushed red pepper. I used the last of what I had originally for that first recipe, but thankfully I have another bottle. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that as well. So all the prep I have to do is getting and draining the juice, the chicken out of these packages, and then dicing up these onions, and then we're just gonna dump everything in our bags.
You are the solution. You are the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are.
Okay, recipe number 2 done times 3. So this is the honey sesame chicken. Again, thawing overnight in the fridge, or the morning of, you can put in a bowl of water and it'll thaw that way. Crock pot on low for 4 to 6 hours. This one, topped with sesame seeds, serve with rice and broccoli. Next up is taco chicken soup. Now, she has this one labeled as number 9, but the way I decided to prep mine is I put all the chicken together, and then we've got meatballs, pot stickers, and hamburger, ground beef at the end. So I kind of just put them in the order that works for me when I'm prepping. So for this recipe, I've got my bags set up already. All of them have been labeled and dated. We've got our 3 packs of chicken. This one, I'm not putting 1 onion in each because this onion is fairly large. So I'm gonna put this smaller onion in one, and then I'll just dice this one and put half in one bag, half in the other. For seasonings, we've got garlic powder, chili powder, ground cumin, and red pepper flakes, and then cans to finish off our soup. So we've got 3 cans of corn, again, 1 in each bag. I am going to drain the corn. Then I've got 3 cans of black beans. I'm going to drain and rinse the black beans, and 6 cans, so 2 in each bag, of diced tomatoes. I am not going to drain these. And then one thing that I like to have on hand when recipe calls for things to be added in the day of cooking, if it's not fresh, I like to go ahead and purchase it so it's in my pantry and I know I have everything. And for this one, you need 4 cups, which is about 2 cans of chicken broth per bag. So I went ahead and picked up a 12 pack, and that way I know I have this in my pantry when I pull one of these out to cook them. All right, 3rd recipe done. So I've got 9 freezer meals at this point. This is the taco chicken soup. So thaw overnight, add to crock pot with those cans, 2 cans or 4 cups if you have like the bigger container. 4 cups of chicken broth total. Cook on low for 6 to 8 hours. Pull your chicken out, shred it, get it back in there, and then serve with, we like shredded cheese and tortilla chips. I also picked up some of those little like tortilla strips, the multicolored ones that you mainly see in restaurants. I thought that would be good, so I have those on hand too. But there's the next 3 freezer meals. All right, I believe this is the last chicken one, I think. But we are getting ready for another 3, and this one is Italian chicken. So I've got my bags ready. Here's all my ingredients. 3, again, I'm doing it in thirds. So 1 package of chicken breast per bag. I'm going to use this entire 12 ounce. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it and maybe do 2 handfuls per bag, I think. 1 small onion per bag. We're going to add 2 cans of tomato sauce per bag. So I've got 6 here, some olive oil, Italian seasoning, red pepper flakes. This is definitely a favorite right now for these meals. Garlic powder, a little brown sugar, and salt and pepper. right, 3 more. I think we're at 12 now. These are the Italian chicken freezer meals. So thawing overnight, adding to our crock pot, cooking on low to 4 to 6 hours. Now, the blog that I'm following, again, I'll have it linked down in the description, does not say to take out your chicken and shred it, but you are serving this over spaghetti or any kind of pasta or noodle that you like. So I would definitely shred the chicken. I just think that would be better. So I added that in there after the fact. When I was rereading it, I was like, you know what, this chicken needs to be shredded. So I did add that on there, but there we go. And then I don't think I mentioned it, but I do, after I get everything in the bag, I give it like a good mush. I call it mushing it. So I'm like mushing up the bag, getting all the air out, closing it, just to help get the seasonings mixed in a little bit before I pop them in the freezer. All right, and next freezer meal. This one she is calling Korean pot sticker stir fry. However, when I went to Costco, I could not find any kind of pot sticker, but I did find these mini wontons, which we have picked these up before, and they're really good. So I think that these will be good as well. Pot stickers and wontons are fairly similar. So I went ahead and got both of these bags. Now I'm not gonna use both of these bags in here. Her total was about 4 pounds and one bag is 3 pounds. So I did pick up 2. I'm gonna split this 1 3-pound bag between the 3 and see if I think that will be enough for my family of 6. If not, I'll open up this bag and add some more. And then I picked up this big bag of stir fry vegetable blend. This is a 5.5 pound, and she splits this in 2/3 as well. So I'll be putting all of this into the 3. The rest of the ingredients, I'm gonna be using some soy sauce, brown sugar, garlic powder, cornstarch, ground ginger, and then I love rice vinegar. If you don't have rice vinegar, you don't want to go out and buy anything like extra. You can use apple cider vinegar as well, but I already had this on hand. I do like using this in a lot of dishes. And I also wanted to share that she does share that you can cook this, or she gives you instructions on how to cook this in the skillet, but I'm making all of mine crock pot. So you wouldn't add this until the day of cooking, put it on your skillet, and then basically fry everything up. But since I'm putting it in the crock pot, I am gonna go ahead and add this into my bag because I love the flavor of sesame oil. So I don't necessarily need this to cook anything, but again, I like the flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead and add it into my freezer bags. So we've made it halfway through our 30 freezer meals. These 3 get us to 15. Again, this is the Korean pot sticker stir fry, except I technically have wontons, not pot stickers. So thawing overnight, adding to our crock pot. I'm not sure why I wrote 2 tablespoons of sesame oil within the crock pot, because that's for if you're gonna cook it on the skillet. But I just went ahead and added everything in here. I'm gonna cook it on low 4 to 6 hours, topping it with sesame seeds and serving this over rice. Okay, I'm making a couple of different meatball variety freezer meals. So I've got this 6-pound bag that I'm going to be splitting up for the next 2. The first one, I'm making a meatball vegetable soup. So for this one, she calls for 1 onion per bag. These are fairly larger, so I'm just gonna cut both of them and split it between the 3 bags. 1 can of corn per bag, 1 can of green beans, a 24-ounce jar of pasta. I picked, this was a 4-pack up from Costco. It's the Bertolli organic olive oil, basil, and garlic. I wanted to get something that had a lot of flavor in it because she doesn't call for any other seasonings. and we really like flavorful meals. So I might add maybe, I don't know, salt and pepper or garlic powder or something when it's cooking, but for now I'm just making it how she recommended. So I picked these up, and we use the other jar already for just a basic spaghetti night. And then I already mentioned the meatballs, and the day of cooking, it calls for 4 cups of beef broth per bag. This is a 48 ounce, so this is 3 pounds. It's got about 6 cups in here. I also have cans, but I did want to show you because I have another freezer meal that calls for beef broth. I went ahead and got this big one because we're going to be eating them probably in the same week, and that way I can just use what I need out of here and use the rest and a can or two that I have in my pantry for the next one, and that way I'm not wasting any of this, because this does have to be refrigerated if you don't use it all and used within maybe what, 2 weeks. I'm really not sure because I always try to utilize it the same week. So this is another, not a whole lot of prep. I'm just gonna dice up my onions, but then everything just gets dumped into the bags.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave.
3 bags of meatball vegetable soup ready. So thawing overnight, adding to your crock pot with the 4 cups of beef broth, cooking on low for 6 hours. And I put a little note to serve with fresh bread. I think it's Costco, it might be Sam's, but they sell that 3-pack of ready to bake sourdough bread. That would be really good with this. I actually have 1 loaf left in my pantry, so I think I'm going to cook that up when I make this for dinner. So this next one, I almost didn't include it because I pretty much always have meatballs on hand and spaghetti sauce, and my daughter Rose loves meatballs whenever we have spaghetti. But I say I always have meatballs. The past 2 times she's requested meatballs when we had spaghetti, I didn't have it. So I think this is a cool idea, especially if you are taking this to somebody. If you're already making the spaghetti and dropping it off to a family in need, I think this is really cool. And the fact that you can just toss these 2 ingredients, that's all. That's why I was like, I almost didn't do this. You can toss this in your crock pot if you work out of home in the morning, and by the time you get home, all you have to do is make the noodles, the spaghetti, whatever type of pasta you're going to have, and dinner is done. So I am gonna go ahead and do this just because we are huge spaghetti fans. And like I said, my daughter Rose loves meatballs. So this will be, again, I'm gonna try to give 2 away and then just keep 1 here, but we'll have 1 easy pasta night. So this one is, again, just Crock-Pot meatballs in sauce. So I picked this 3-pack up. They're 45 ounces each, 1 for each bag. And then this is a second 6-pound bag of meatballs. I still have that other one, and I'm gonna use the rest of that other one, and there should be a little bit left in here for the next one, the last meatball recipe, but I'm gonna use, she says 6 handfuls. I'm gonna use maybe 4 to 5 cups and see how that looks in regards to the pasta sauce in my bags.
There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. We are close, can you feel it? Something is behind the clouds. We just have to believe it, that we can make the sun come.
All right, easiest one. Like I said, Also, so I said meatballs and sauce, got the date, thaw overnight, add to crock pot, cook on low 6 to 8 hours. Perfect for if you work outside of the home. Your dinner is ready when you get home. I did write serve with spaghetti, but this would also be super easy to make like meatball subs. I've actually never tried a meatball sub, or I don't think my kids have either. So that would be a good idea, just to change it up with the meatballs and the pasta sauce. This one is obviously not a 2-ingredient freezer meal. So this one we're going to use the last of our meatballs. It is sweet and sour meatballs. So I've got the bag of meatballs. I've got this bag, I think it's 4 pounds of pineapple chunks. I'm going to use the whole bag and just separate it between the 3 freezer meals. Soy sauce, again, she does call for 1 small onion per bag, but these are fairly larger, so I'm just gonna dice them both up and split them. And then 2 peppers. So I'm using 1 orange and 1 yellow in each, total of 6. Some rice vinegar, brown sugar, cornstarch, garlic powder, and ground ginger.
Let us lose ourselves in a fairy tale. Who can say what's wrong or right? We're the only ones who can decide. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now.
All right, last meatball meal is done. Sweet and sour meatballs. So these ones thawing overnight, adding to your crock pot, cooking on low for 6 to 8 hours. And these are great served over rice. Okay, so we have 2 more, 6 total. And the last 2 call for ground beef. And this lady does not cook her ground beef. I think she just kind of puts the block in the bag and then plops it into the crock pot. I'm sure that's fine. If she's cooked it that way and not gotten sick or anything like that, I'm sure it's fine. I've just always cooked ground beef before I add it into a freezer meal. So that is what I am going to do. Again, I am deviating a little bit just to what I prefer and what works best for our family. But this recipe is going to be a hamburger vegetable soup. So similar to the meatball, except the ground beef is not obviously going to be in little meatballs. It's going to just be in the soup, broken up into little chunks. So for this recipe, I'm using 1 pack. I got these at Costco of the ground beef. It's about, let's see, one is 1.34 pound. And I'm going to cook these up. I'll probably just cook them up individually. I also, anytime I cook ground beef, I use onion and garlic powder and add that in there. It just gives it a little bit extra flavor. As far as the rest of the ingredients going into the bag, I'm adding in 1 diced onion into each bag, a bay leaf, some thyme, rosemary, salt and pepper, and then a can of each. We've got 3 cans of corn, 3 cans of green beans, and 3 cans of diced tomatoes.
I can't tell what's wrong or right. Should I go without saying goodbye? All I know is I need to be somewhere else to set me free. I don't know what to do now. Need to figure it out, but I don't know how. I hope the wind will carry me and take me away to where I should be. I don't know where I belong, but I keep on searching for my home. There's a hunger in my soul, makes me keep on trying, holding on. Take me all the way, all the way. Take me all the way, and I keep on a place.
My hamburger vegetable soup is ready ×3. So thawing overnight, adding to crock pot with 4 cups of beef broth, which I forgot to share in the beginning, but like I mentioned in that other recipe, I always buy the cans or the bigger ones if I know I'm gonna make multiple recipes in the next 2 weeks, so I can use that up. But whenever I'm prepping freezer meals, I buy whatever I want to go with it that is shelf stable ahead of time, and that way I have most of the ingredients on hand. Cooking on low for 4 hours, remove that bay leaf, and then serve with breadsticks. Okay, last 3 recipes, or last 3 freezer meals, 1 recipe. This is going to be a black bean chili. So again, it is calling for ground beef, and she is just sticking the 1 pack in the freezer bag, not cooked or anything like that, but I do prefer to cook it. So I'm going to cook each of these up with some garlic powder and onion powder. And I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with the last recipe, this soup, where I'm going to let it cool for a little bit, put it on some paper plates with the paper towels to let the grease and oil just soak into that, so it's getting out of the ground beef, so I'm not adding all of that to my recipe. But that's what I'm gonna do first. Then for the rest of the ingredients, I'm going to be adding 2 cans of black beans into each bag, so I've got 6 here. Same with the tomato sauce, 2 cans in each bag. I've got a total of 6, and then 1 can of corn. For seasonings, I'm adding some garlic powder, chili powder, ground cumin, oregano leaves, paprika, and red pepper flakes.
The sun won't go away. Wide awake with an open mind, looking out from a mountain high. I don't know what to do now, need to figure it out, but I don't know how. I hope the wind will carry me and take me away to where I should be. I don't know where I belong, but I keep on searching for my home. There's a hunger in my soul, makes me keep on trying, holding on. Take me all the way, all the way. Take me all the way, and I keep on searching for my home. I'm searching, yeah.
All right, a few hours later, and I'm officially done. The last 3 freezer meals are the black bean chili, thawing overnight, adding it to your crock pot, cooking on low for 8 hours, and serving with cornbread. So let me go ahead and show you guys my freezer, fully stocked for meals. So this is what 30 freezer meals look like. I have them all stacked up, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and take out one of the meatballs in sauce and cook this up for a dinner. So I started later in the day. I was able to get 24 done yesterday, and then just this morning I finished out the 6. 3 there, 3 there of the ones with the ground beef. So we are having the meatballs and sauce crock pot dinner tonight. I just have, these are from Trader Joe's, and then we've got all the salad fixings here so everybody can kind of make their own. Let me know if you like cottage cheese on your salad. I am definitely a huge fan, but I wanted to share with you guys that it is going to be a hit because all of my kids love meatballs and spaghetti. So tonight's Crockpot Freezer Meal dinner is the chicken taco soup. So here it is all done, and then we've got just a couple different toppings that the kids can pick from if they want. Some shredded cheese, tortilla strips, and some fresh avocado. I might add a little bit more to mine because I really like avocado in this, but here's our toppings again, and that's the soup. Okay, so this is the Korean pot sticker stir fry. The taste is so good. I do have it over rice. I did go ahead and add a little bit of extra soy sauce to the top, and then I also sprinkled some sesame seeds on there. Now, I have had mine going for closer to 6 hours. I do think the 4-hour mark is probably fine because you're not really, you don't really need to cook this one for a super long time. So the recipe said 4 to 6 hours. I would say 2 to 4, just until the veggies are to your liking. So this might be something that if you get home early enough or on the weekend, you just toss it in a little bit after lunchtime, and then by like an early dinner, you're ready to go. But like I said, the taste is definitely there. But next time, I definitely would not cook this for 6 hours. It still tastes fine, but the veggies are super tender. Okay, tonight for dinner, we are having the black bean chili. And originally I was going to make, on my bag I wrote cornbread, but I had this that I wanted to try. But we're having a game night tonight, and we're gonna have some extra snacks while we're playing games. So I'm going to save this. I just put some cheese on top of mine, super simple. This would also be really good over hot dogs, like a chili dog, but we are completely out of chili dogs. So it's just a nice and simple chili dinner for tonight. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that and that gave you some ideas for your own dinner nights in your house. I was able to cook a few of them to share with you guys the after product, so I wanted to share that at the end of the video as well. If you guys enjoyed this type of video, give it a big thumbs up. That lets me know to continue sharing freezer meals. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.